can't be what that means. I threw that invitation on the desk. And then it showed up as the pink invitation at my hotel room. It's just this knowingness. It said, beloved, you are a licensed spiritual practitioner. You have released your first inspirational CD. I have given you this opportunity to perform and sing in front of tens of thousands of people so that you could anchor in your poise and your grace and your confidence, so that you could be the vehicle for the message that is coming through you. I have prepared you for something bigger than singing Hot Legs behind Rod Stewart. And so now what I want you to do is, when it's time to renegotiate your contract, I want you to decline, give notice, and let's step out here and do this ministry. Let's do what it is that you were created to do, that you said yes to in the beginning. You may not remember, but you said yes to this. I said, just hold up a minute, universe. I know I'm miserable. I know I'm bored. I know that I have nothing else to give this experience, and that it has nothing else to give me, that I have outgrown it. I know that. But it's my security. I know what my check is going to be every week. People notice me as Rod Stewart's background vocalist. This is my security. But I tell you what, if you're real serious about this living your vision thing, living your purpose thing, I'll get back with you in a couple of years. Let me sock some more money away, and I'll get back with you, I promise. The universe, this immutable principle, that is the same today, yesterday, and forever, doesn't argue with itself because it cannot contradict its own nature. It is. And it just said, okay. It's going to hurt me when it hurts you. And the next week, I got the red invitation as a telephone call from England that said, Esther, bad news, you're fired. Why are we always so shocked when we get the red envelope? We pretend to be shocked. That's what I know. We pretend to be shocked. My mother, who was an old Baptist woman, said, baby, Jesus don't let nothing sneak up on me. But what that means, she had an attitude with it. Jesus don't let nothing sneak up on me. And what that means, translated metaphysically, is that we are one with this infinite wisdom, transcendent knowledge, this divine intelligence. We are one with it. It is us, nearer than our hands and feet, closer than our breathing. And everything that is known, we know. You may deny it. You may pretend that you don't hear it. You may be afraid of it. You may not be ready for it. But you know when something's starting to shift and change. You know when something's about to jump off. So, when my red envelope came with Rod Stewart, I had to admit that for months I knew something was coming. I knew it. And I was traumatized. And the reason that I had been given for being let go from Rod Stewart was because I had reached a certain age that was no longer appropriate to sing Hot Legs behind Rod Stewart. And I said, I beg to differ. And I'm going to ask you another question. Have you seen Rod Stewart lately? I say that as a joke. He's one of the kindest people I've ever met. And here's what I know about that age thing. Because when I was told that they wanted younger girls, it didn't resonate for me. It didn't resonate for me because in my soul, I knew who had fired me. I knew who had called me out. I knew that that was the only way that Rod Stewart could hear it. I knew that that was the only way that he could be my angel. That he had to hear his level of consciousness, and his consciousness was about age and size. And that's cool. But the universe is saying what somebody else might mean for bad, I only mean for your good. I only mean for your good, beloved. So, here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to know. I have called you by name, and you are mine. I got you back. If you just be still for a minute. It's already all worked out. You will be led and guided to your next step. I will never leave or forsake you. It is my pleasure to give you the kingdom. Everything's okay. Okay? And I said, I was broke, I was traumatized, I was scared, I was embarrassed. I had been fired. Who was I? If I was not Rod Stewart's background vocalist. If I was not Bette Midler's background vocalist. The universe said, you're mine. You're mine. Well, what am I going to do? Where's my next paycheck going to come from? How am I going to pay my bills? You see, what I wasn't noticing while I was traumatized about how I was going to pay my bills was that not one bill went unpaid. What I didn't notice while I was being traumatized about where my next meal was going to come from is I was healthier then than I'd ever been. I didn't miss one meal. But I didn't notice that. All I could notice was the fear and the erroneous beliefs of separation that was going on in my consciousness. So I wallowed on the floor in the fetal position for 6 months, bemoaning my fate and resenting everyone and in absolute fear. Until one day, the fetal position, first of all, I want to say, is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Sometimes it's the best thing that can happen to you. Because that floor gets really hard. And then eventually you'll be like, it's kind of achy down here. I need to get up. And you hear the voice that says, take up your bed, walk, stop this, get up. I got up, and I went over to that desk, and I looked at the invitations that had piled up. I looked at it, I turned it over, and on the back of every invitation is what? The map. And the directions on how to get to your destination. And so in consciousness, when we receive the divine invitation, the next step, the direction, the guidance, the path is encoded in the invitation. But we can't hear it, we can't connect with it because our fear and unbelief and drama is in a different vibrational frequency than the answer that has been there all the time. You think that when all of a sudden you have an aha moment or something amazing happens in your life that it just happened? No, it's been there all the time. You just now lined up with it.